Hey there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. This is my preview for Arsenal versus Sporting tomorrow evening at the Emirates Stadium. A game that I believe is sold out. It says on the Arsenal website that it's sold out, but whether there will be people in every single seat is something that I am very doubtful of. But it's a game that is a big one for Arsenal. We win this game and effectively we do top the group. We're currently 3 points ahead of Sporting, who are in second place. So winning this game would put us 6 points at the top, which I think has got to be a must. And I really hope Arsenal go into this match with absolutely, I don't want to say everything. Of course, I want to see players rested in this game, but I do want us to take this game as seriously as the last one. With Emery's philosophy being installed at the club week upon week, I've got no doubts that that will be the case. But it's a game that I don't want to take too lightly, but from what I saw against Sporting a couple of weeks ago out in Portugal, wasn't overly impressed by them. They're a team that notoriously are very strong at home. In 6 visits, that's the first time we've gone to Portugal and won, so that was a brilliant result for us. But it's vital to go into this game, and I don't want to say roll over Sporting, but have a convincing win after 2 draws on the bounce. That's not to say they've been underwhelming performances from Arsenal. The game against Crystal Palace was a bit of a disappointment, but the game against Liverpool was absolutely brilliant. We played some fantastic football. We really did ourselves proud, and it's important we build on that in this game. So if we can get a good 3-4 maybe nil win, that would be really, really good. So to keep a clean sheet and get a couple of goals at the other end, I want to see Arsenal revive another winning run. We've got a couple of winnable fixtures coming up. We've got this game, we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers, we've got Bournemouth, and then we've got Wolfsburg. So we win all of those games. We go into the fixture against Spurs on the 2nd of December with 4 wins on the trot, which isn't, it's not mind-blowing, but it's, again, a good little run of form against winnable teams. So let's get those wins on the bounce. Let's go into that game against Spurs and put in the kind of performance that we did against Liverpool. And I've got no doubts whatsoever that we can pick up 3 points in that game. I'm really confident going into that match, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, Sporting at home. What do we know about them? Well, I don't really know a great deal about them apart from the first match we played, where, as I say, I wasn't particularly overwhelmed by their performance, and I wasn't particularly infused by the performance that Arsenal put in. It was quite sluggish, it was quite lethargic at times, but we got the job done in the end. Brilliant instrumental play from Guendouzi in the midfield, and a great game from Danny Welbeck, who finished brilliantly past the goalkeeper. As I say, I want to see rotation in this game, but I do want a strong team, as Emery has proven to field in these Europa League fixtures. I'll be looking to go over back 4 of Petr Cech in goal. Great option to have for the Europa League. Him and Leno seem to have switched roles now, which is great to see. Leno in the first team, and even though he made the mistake against Liverpool, we are going to have these sort of bedding in issues, I think, with Leno, and the more time he has in the team, the more mistakes he probably will inevitably make. I think that's only going to benefit his career. I don't think he's a guy that's particularly low on confidence. He'll want to bounce back. But just with any new player coming into a team, there probably will be teething issues, and it's just a case of taking the rough with the smooth with Bernd Leno. But hopefully those mistakes don't cost us too much, because there will come a point where if they do, then we will have to look to alternate solutions. And it's good that we've got a goalkeeper as experienced as Petr Cech to play in these Europa League games for the time being. So he'd be my choice in goal. And then at right back, it will be Lichtsteiner, I presume. And then the centre-half pairing is going to be an interesting one, because, of course, Mustafi and Holding are playing so much football at the minute. Socrates has just come back into first-team training, so whether he'll be thrown straight into the first team, I'm not too sure. But he's an experienced player, someone I don't think will have any problems coming back into the side, so I'd have him at centre-half alongside Rob Holding, who I know is playing an awful lot of football at the minute, but he's 23 years old. He's coming into I don't want to say the peak of his career. I mean, it's probably a few years away yet, but he is coming into a very good stage in his career, a very fit player, and this game time I don't think is a huge problem for him. He should be able to play a couple of games in a week. So Rob Holding at centre-half alongside Socrates, and then at left-back I'd be going with Carl Jenkinson, who played against Blackpool the other week and put in a very hearty performance, got the assist for Smith Rowe's goal, and I really want to see him continue in that position just in these fixtures where they're not at the highest level, and I think he can do a good job in that left back role. If not, it will be either Kolasinac, who I think there's a case for him to be getting more game time following on from Liverpool. We want to see more of him in the team, but I'd be personally looking to rest him for the game against Wolves, because Monreal is just not back into the first team just yet, or we play Maitland-Niles there. But I'd like to see Carl Jenkinson get a run out again, because he is a member of this team. I think my admiration for Carl Jenkinson is quite well documented on this channel, but he's a player that is on £50,000 a week. He's not the worst player in the world. He does get unwanted criticism, and if he can do a job at left back for the time being before he is inevitably sold, I do hope that we can offer him that sort of opportunity in this game. Going to midfield, you would presume that Xhaka and Torreira are going to get a rest, so I'm looking towards the midfield 2 of Guendouzi and Maitland-Niles, which is young and it's not the most stable, but I'm more excited about that than I am about Guendouzi and El Neni. And I mean, El Neni's injured at the minute. I don't think that's the worst thing that could be happening for us. I do think that he's another player that is on the edge of being sold. It just looks ridiculous that we've given him our number 4. I know I said that when he first got awarded the number, but Mohamed El Neni should not be Arsenal's number 4. As much as I like the guy and I've got a lot of respect for him, he doesn't really warrant that shirt number. I know it's just a shirt number, but you know, completely different argument. I won't get into that. But midfield 2 of Maitland-Niles and Guendouzi for me. And then ahead of them, Mkhitaryan, who I think really has got a point to prove because he underperformed in the game against Liverpool. I think worked hard, but technically wasn't on the point. And throughout this season, I just think he's been a little bit below par. And there's a lot of people saying that both teams have not got the best out of this Alexis Sanchez-Mkhitaryan deal. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to buy into that at all. Alexis Sanchez is on a lot more money than Mkhitaryan is, so that comes into it. So I think we've done a little bit better in that aspect. But Mkhitaryan is still on, I believe, £200,000 a week plus. It could be more than that. So he's not the cheapest member in our team, and for that kind of money, you'd expect him to be doing a lot better. I do want to see a lot more from him, and I just think he's a confidence player, and get him a couple of goals, a couple of assists, we might see a different Henry Mkhitaryan. But he likes the Europa League, we know that. Give him a chance in this game to follow on from how he played against Liverpool, and you know, I just want to see him playing with a bit more confidence. And then I'd be looking to go with Iwobi and Aaron Ramsey would be the other two alongside Henry Mkhitaryan behind Danny Welbeck. So that's an exciting, it's a probing front four. It's not the most clinical, so maybe we could look to start Aubameyang in this game in that striking role, which we know he prefers. Get him a couple of goals after a quiet game against Liverpool. He might need a bit of a confidence boost. I doubt it. He's a very confident guy, but he might just want to bag a couple of goals in this game, playing for 60 minutes, then bring someone like Danny Welbeck on. I want to see Iwobi start the weekend, so maybe we could see Welbeck start on the flank in this game with Aubameyang up top. That's always an option. And let's not forget we've got younger players such as Smith Rowe and Ketia that we could potentially look to start in this game. But we've already got a very young team with Maitland-Niles and Guendouzi in the midfield too. I don't want to throw too many youngsters into the mix in a game where I think we've got to be winning it and winning it well. So I'd be looking to bring Smith Rowe off the bench. He's the one player that I'd like to see come on. But apart from that, it's a strong team and a team that I believe should be sweeping aside Sporting Lisbon at home. It's not going to be an easy game, but it's a game that Arsenal should win at home. And we get this win out of the way, and we've pretty much sealed qualification. We have sealed qualification through to the next round. And then it's just a case of topping the group, which we should quite comfortably do if we do win this game. And you know, it'll be one less thing to worry about, but I still want to see us putting top performances in the other games that we play in the Europa League, even if we do win this one, just so we can get like keep the confidence going, keep that momentum going. But again, it's another winnable competition for us this season. I think it'll be a lot more difficult than last season, but whilst we're in it, it's important that we go out and try and win it, and we can only do that by getting a win against Sporting tomorrow evening. Anyway, guys, please do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Let me know your team lineups in the comments box below, as well as your thoughts going into the game. As I say, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and as always, I'll speak to you very, very soon. See you later, guys.